let's enjoy this game together. I want this to be a together experience for me and whoever is listening, my viewers. Uh, if nobody sees this video, who cares? But, I'd like to think that I can help the Kingdom Hearts community a little bit to enjoy this game for what it is. So let's go.
Have you heard of the ancient Keyblade War?
Huh? Of course I have.
Long ago, Keyblade wielders waged a war over the ownership of light.
Yeah, the Master's favorite story.
I wonder what they planned on doing with Kingdom Hearts after making it appear.
Who knows? I don't get why anyone would initiate a war.
So, you know the Lost Masters?
Who?
They're the ones who started the Keyblade War.
Never heard of them. Where'd you hear about that?
Or, they're the ones for whom the war started.
I'm not following you.
You can drop the facade.
Facade?
On that land shall darkness prevail and light expire. A prospective Keyblade master should know this.
If you say so.
The gazing eye sees the fate of the world. The future. It's already been written.
Really? I'm not so sure about that. Besides, who's to say I can't change it? And maybe light will prevail.
Pretty confident. But things aren't in your favor.
Perhaps, but unlike darkness, there's more to light than meets the eye. You might be surprised.
Oh, I hope so.
Boy howdy, it would not be a Kingdom Hearts game without awesome animated music video opening scene. So, disclaimer, I know you didn't get to watch the animated music video opening scene. It's because I entered a blocked scene and gameplay recording was paused. So that's all I can say about that. So now, alright. Die-hard RPGers out there always want to know what's going to happen when they make the choices that they make. And now, that's kind of reflected in the first few scenes of this game here. And now look at this. This is Destati. This is Dive into the Heart. This is the first scene you see in Kingdom Hearts 1. And what is this place, you may ask? I see it as Sora's heart. We are inside Sora's heart. If you understand what astral projection is, whoa. If you understand what that is, you are understanding that Sora is astral projecting his childhood memories into his heart. And now we're going to reflect upon those memories with his adolescent self. Oh. Complex. Let's go! Now we've grown up. And we've experienced life in the big bad world. And we've seen what darkness can do to people who want it to do bad things. And what darkness can do to people who are just wrapped up in the bad stuff. And now, as the games have progressed, sometimes you get these choices, sometimes you don't. And what basically happens is that these choices dictate how you start off and how you will grow throughout the leveling process of the game. And now I've done a little bit of research on what each of these decisions do stat-wise, but wisdom, a sharp mind that will grant you mastery of wondrous power. Is this what you desire? To some, wisdom may be important. And on my first playthrough, I definitely decided that wisdom was very important. But now, let's see what the other choices are. Balance. Body and mind of equal merit. Equal potential. Is this what you desire? Now that sounds good on paper. It does. It usually sounds good on paper. But now let's talk about what I've noticed sounds good in practice. Vitality. A rugged body that will endure even the toughest of challenges. I have wisdom, and I have inner balance in my heart. So, vitality is something that I find to be very important. For this playthrough, anyway. So now all these memories are things that have happened in the past games, obviously, but look at which ones he's using to access these different qualities. Just notice that. If you know who Naminé is, I hope you do. If you know who he's fighting in that first scene. And if you missed out on the DS games, you didn't miss much. Character-wise, but you did miss a lot of story.
Yeah.
Let's see. The power of the mystic. Inner strength. That sounds like magic power, doesn't it? Well, anybody who has played Kingdom Hearts since day one knows that magic power is definitely the good power. But hold on. There's other choices here. The power of the Guardian. Kindness to aid friends. Is this the power you seek? Now, there have been a few times in my gaming days where I've chosen to be the tank healer position in a game like this. And it really becomes a tough grind of trying to protect your friends in the first place who are just AI. We want to get work done. We want the power of the warrior. Invincible courage. Is this the power you seek? I think that'll make this an interesting playthrough. What about you? We'll see together, right? Here's the important part. I'm going to use this as a stepping stone to who I am. If you want to figure out what each of those decisions do exactly, you should look for lists of what abilities you learn as you level up and which stats are changed by the decisions that you make. Because it really only affects your HP and your MP, and those can be boosted with the cuisine in the game. If you really need to worry about those that much, you can boost your HP and MP temporarily for about a half hour. But here's where things start to get real. Now we're gonna wake up. But first... the dream needs to end. They're gonna mention the power of waking a lot. And this is what the power of waking is. It's the power of seeing yourself in a dream. And actively bringing yourself out of it with all of the dream intact. Wow. This is quite the scene. And here's the first. The first thing you gotta do is fend off the darkness. If you can't get past this point, you usually don't wake up with all those memories intact. But here's the key. You have to fight your own darkness. Oops. So this is Sora's darkness. That's what I've figured out over the course of this. Is that the dark side is actually Sora's Heartless. It kind of resembles him a little bit. If you take a look at the hair and the way he stands. So this is just kind of like, alright, most of the time you're just going to be jumping and attacking. Whoop, and dodging. And I can't dodge that attack, ever. Make sure you kill some of the mobs here, as they will drop money, which is valuable in this game. Money is not easy to come by. Now, when he goes back down on the ground, I'm gonna want to go for his face. Here he goes. Yeah, get the lock on. Now I can't get up there anymore. Make sure you don't get hit by those. Whoa. Yeah, see, look. Proud mode is if you want to feel the game. This is what I'm talking about. He was pivoting there, and it was very hard to tell because of the camera angles and the lock-on, but he definitely was pivoting away from my attacks, and is now trying to take advantage of my blind spots. So pay attention to that. Be ready to block. If you ever get caught off guard, be ready to just, like, re-angle yourself and hit that square button. Just put your finger smack down on the square button and let go of everything else. You will block. It's the default ability. It's very good to have that.
In order to defeat Xehanort, there are allies we must gather. Acting now to rouse them from their slumber. We have discussed this before, Sora. Your Mark of Mastery exam was conducted in the hopes you would acquire the power to wake them. However, the darkness nearly took control of you, and your grasp of your new abilities leaves much to be desired. Furthermore, Xehanort nearly made you his vessel, and in the process stripped you of most of the power you had gained by then. I suspect you have already noticed this, correct? But first, you must regain all the strength you have lost. Perhaps it is foolish to expect a complete recovery, but it is absolutely vital you perfect one power, the power of waking, which you failed to master during your exam. There's someone who lost his strength and found it again. A true hero to whom you ought to pay a visit. Perhaps he can point you in the right direction.
Got it.
You can count on us to take care of Sora.
I would have it no other way. I put Sora in your hands.
And don't forget, we'll keep an eye on you.
Oh, this is gonna be lots of fun.
It's not a vacation.
Let's go!
Count on us!
So there's your first realization into the fact that Sora has lost his powers and has to start back at level 1. That is, that's unfortunate, to say the least, but
How are we supposed to get there now?
that's why this is important. I really
Looks
I
like
really
all
think.
the old highways are closed. Didn't Master Yen Sid say that Sora should trust the guidance his heart gives?
Come on, Sora. Which way? Hey, would you get serious?
Give me a break. I'm trying. These things take time.
Well, since we've already been before, why don't you try picturing our friends like we're there?
Well,
Sorry, I got nothing. What did you expect?
May your heart be your guiding key.
Huh? What's that?
Master Yen Sid always said that, right before we went off on any of our real important adventures.
Really? Ring a bell?
Maybe I just imagined it.
May my heart be my guiding key.
You did just imagine it, Goofy. I think they just squeezed that in there at the end there just to make it seem like that was important. But I do like that. I do like that phrasing. May your heart be your guiding key.
All right. Olympus Coliseum.
Simple.
Here we come.
Sorry about that noise before, by the way. I was making some coffee. And I guess just bad timing. Kingdom Hearts 2.9? I paid for Kingdom Hearts 3. What is this 2.9 nonsense? You make me figure this out. Figure this out on my own. I don't like it.
At long last, the time had come. The planets were edging into perfect alignment. And the plan Hades devised 18 years ago was about to reach fruition. The Fates had predicted this very future, the day he would seize control of Olympus and rule over all the cosmos. Hades' previous attempts, using Terra, Cloud, and Auron to advance his plans for conquest, had failed. The hour was not yet right. But now the planets were aligned, and nothing could possibly go wrong. A wave of darkness slant down from their celestial rank, and one by one, Hades freed the Titans from their prison. Some of them, the same monstrosities that Sora and his friends had already fought and bested before. With both the Titans and his longing for vengeance against Zeus reinvigorated, Hades began his attack on Olympus.
So I think the whole point of that cutscene there isn't to be like, alright, this is what Sora is seeing. This is what you're being told as the player to keep you up to date. Because I do notice now that they're starting to break that fourth wall a little bit when they say that they're trying to keep everyone informed and everything like that. Because now what it's really looking like is that when the narrators are speaking, they're not speaking to Sora anymore. They're speaking to you as the viewer. It's very interesting.
Huh? No fanfare? Burp.
Nope. Looks like we missed the Colosseum.
Sora, you opened the gate.
I was a little off again. Sorry. We'll find him. But we need to go.
the mountain.
Yeah, up is the usual direction.
Well, never hurts to have your head in the clouds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, we're leaving.
So think about what Sora just said there. In his heart, he knows that up is the usual direction. And this is where they landed. Look where they landed here.
Huh? Wait, where am I going?
Excuse me. He says that to himself as if to say, look, there's more here. There's clearly the level behind us here. And if you played this already, then you know that that is the level back there. So it's really to emphasize a few things here. One is that may your heart be your guiding key is this whole feature that the Keyblade will bring Sora to where he needs to be because it knows that his heart will bring him in certain directions and towards certain people. So now this is how I'm going to end this video here is here at 20 minutes of gameplay. Wow, I don't know how that's gonna work here with the video and the gameplay itself, but this is what you should do when you start your gameplay. Get rid of these exclamation points. You've read that already, so you know that. Customize. Oh, what's this? Shortcut sets. Friends combat styles. So I want them to follow their hearts. But I do want them to make sure that they stay conservative and really only focus on taking care of themselves. But I do want Goofy to be throwing items at me when necessary. I want him to finish the job though. Follow your hearts, but finish the job once you've started it. Now, this is what I'm going to do with my shortcut set. I'm going to put my heals on my X button, and I'm going to put my manas on my square button. My primary ability is going to be water, and my secondary ability is going to be fire, and that's what my first shortcut set's going to be. And I made it shortcut set B, because it's the middle. Even though it's B, it's definitely more sensible to... I love this feature. It's definitely more sensible to set it up so that the middle is going to be your major usage, and then the 1 and the 3 are going to be your secondaries. So now you don't start out with any items. I think that's funny. But Donald and Goofy have items. Wait a second. Hold on. Give me that. No. Yes. Auto reload. Give him 2 ethers. I don't have 2 ethers, do I? What? Yeah, when he has 2 ethers, he can have 2 ethers. Okay, so this is what I like about this, is that they give you potions, but they're on Donald and Goofy. That's interesting. So I got mine. I got one backup heal right now. 80 HP. And I got 1 backup mana. But those are items and they're expendable. I'm going to let them use their items to their heart's content. And I'm going to try to main the Midnight Blue Keyblade for as much as possible throughout this playthrough. Now, I'm just going through this to get rid of the exclamation points, but I'm going to show you something here. Now, block is important. Don't ever take that off. Dodge roll is important. Don't ever take that off. These, however, I'm gonna customize these a little bit. I don't like somersault. And these are good in situational like combat moves, but what they'll really do is just trigger while you're in flow motion. This is this list that's going to be really interesting because you need these to get around. You usually need all of these clicked in So that's going to be your priority number one. And then your support is really what you're going to change around and customize as you level up. But now everything's equipped. I think that's fascinating. I think he starts with a list of abilities and it's all equipped. He has 2 extra AP points. Same thing with Donald and Goofy. They have just enough AP points. So let's go. Let's do this first battle and then I'll end the video here. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, where's my midnight blue? Hold on. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Thanks, Donald. This guy's still just lumbering about. Interesting, the first fight you don't get Keyblade commands. You don't get any kind of reaction commands. Nice. Good teamwork, guys. Open the main menu to look at items you found. Game help, mechanics, combi. Alright. Lightning shard and lucid shard. I'm writing that down. Alright, so the first world, Olympus. Have a good day.